Good morning and welcome to my channel. I'm Venus from Heart's Desire by Venus, and today I'm going to show you how to make these cute envelope journals. They make great little inserts into your journals, your memory books, whatever you want to put them in. You could use them as a standalone journal, but that was the one there, and then I've got this one here. They're just cute little add-ons for your projects. I'm currently working on a couple of custom orders, and I needed something to add a little zip to it, so this is what I've created. So you can use any envelopes for these, but what I have done is this is a template envelope. It's 2 pieces. I got this from Genevieve Designs. It's her vintage envelope set number 1. It comes in 2 pieces, this particular envelope. I like it because it's long and it fits into my bigger books, but it's kind of skinny. So what I've done is I've cut out the 2 pieces. I've left them separate. But in order to make it a book, I cut off the top flap and the bottom flap of the envelope. You can see here, this is the same, but this has got the envelope parts. So I just cut those off. Again, you could do this with any envelope, open it up and do that, or any template for that matter. This is just happens to be one I have. And so that's the basis of my book. I'm going to add a little bit of embellishment on the side here. I'm just looking for my piece. So I've just got this piece of cardstock. I'm going to just cut it down. So I only think I need it to be 1.5 inches. I'm just going to cut it down, keep my little scraps for something else. And let's see here. I'm going to line it up, and then I'm just going to flip it over. Easy peasy. I'm just going to trace out the line that I need to cut off. These are super easy, but you can just embellish them however you want, which that is kind of what I'm liking. All right, so I'm just going to ink this up. I'm using my Distress Oxide from, it's a vintage photo from Tim Holtz. It's my favorite, and the wedding books I'm doing have kind of got a vintagey feel, so this works out perfect for it. And I'm just going to put some 2-sided tape. I'm not going to be too worried about the tape positioning because I'm going to stitch this. Now, if you're not going to stitch it, then make sure you give this a really good glue down, but I am just going to get a couple of pieces on there and use this. Because like I said, I'm going to stitch because, you know, pretty much I like to stitch everything. So I'm just going to line it up with the top corner here. Ooh. There we go. Trim the corner here because you can see it's just a little bit hanging over. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some lace right across here. So I'm going to stitch it, but I'm just going to put a piece of tape there just to hold it in place, if I can get it up, so that it doesn't move when I stitch. And I'm just going to run some of this trim right across. Okay. All right. So that is that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to my sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch all the way around here, stitch all the way around here, and then do a stitch across here. I'm also going to stitch all the way around here, not on the flap, but just on the fronts here. And then I will come back and show you what I did after that. Okay, so as you can see, get up in the camera, I've stitched all the way around on both pieces. Now again, you don't have to do this. I just like the looks of it, and I think it's kind of adding to what I'm creating. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this up. So I'm going to peel off the tape that I have on the piece here. And I'm just going to run a little bead of glue just for added security. And I'm going to try and line this up correctly right in the bottom. And like I said, any envelope template you have, or even deconstructing an envelope a little bit so that you could do this, would work. Okay, so now I've got my cover, if you would. So what I've done is I've got some printed paper here, and I've cut it down so that it will fit inside my closure here. So all I'm going to do is, you can 3-hole pamphlet stitch this right in its place if you wanted. But what I'm just going to do is, because I've got the sewing machine out, is I'm going to stitch this spine in, because it's only 3 pieces of copy paper that have been colored. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. So I'm just going to go stitch that in place, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've stitched it in place. So I'm just going to, open it up and just make sure that each page is flippable, because you know when you stitch them in, sometimes they get a little stiff there. So I'm just going to do that to each page, burnishing it open so that it moves smoothly. All right, so then we are going to add my closure on here. So for these, you could put whatever you want on there, a little faux clip or anything, but what I've done, easy peasy, is Velcro dots. So I'm just going to put one Velcro dot here, and then I put the other side attached to it so that when I flip it over, it will stay. And I'm also going to put a little dab of glue. So now I just close it up, and you can see it's in its position, and that makes a nice tidy closure. Just little Velcro dots. So now I'm going to embellish it. And like I said, this is a wedding theme. So I've got a few pieces here. What have I got? Looking for my wedding cards. I'm going to cut out a couple of these. I will put the link to the paper that I'm using down below as well, in case you were interested. Get these cut out. So I'm doing I'm actually doing 3 custom orders all at once here. Very similar styles. 2 are wedding. 1 is a dragonfly book. So I'm kind of assembly lining. Each one's slightly different than the other, but at least I can kind of move a little faster when I'm doing it this way. Okay, so I'm going to stick this down on here. So I'm just going to put a bit of tape and again my usual, push my garbage, bit of tape and a bit of glue so everything stays in place. And I've got some words. Where did I put my words? Oh. here they are. So I'm just going to cut out a couple of words here. Let's do this one. Just cut these out. I probably could have cut these out before I started filming, but that's all right. And I'm just going to notch the end of this one, I think. Make it a little banner. All right, so I've got a couple of pieces of lace here. I'm just gonna some lace, put a little flower, and I got a couple of little brads. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, nice pink one. Okay, and I'm gonna put a hole through my banner here so that I can put my brad through. Ow, poke myself. So this bride and groom is a little blocked, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm gonna add that down. A little bit of tape. Ooh, that wasn't good. Definitely adding some glue now. I could have put it right through the paper, but I don't want it showing on the other side. So I'm just gonna do this and then glue it. And groom, and I think I'm gonna add one more word. I'll put the link for these down below as well. They're kind of cute. Just add a little something. Again, I'm going to notch the end here. All right. Oh, that'll be perfect. Stick that in there. And this one I'm not going to bother gluing because it's just right on there. So that's nice. So when I do a lot of these little add-ons, especially in wedding books, I like to add spots for pictures. So I've got these. I mean, some of you have seen them before. You know, everybody's got their own little photomat things. I used to have a stamp like this where it would say place photo here. These particular ones are from Genevieve Designs. They come in all different sizes. I just really like them. It makes it a little easier for people to know where they can put some pictures in. I think it just adds something as well. So I'm just going to cut a few of these up. And you got to remember when you're making these things for people, especially I find when I'm doing in custom orders, is not everybody, oh, I need some more, knows where to put their pictures or how to use these. So I've also got a printout that I put in, you know, so people know how to use them, or just to use them. Some people are kind of intimidated about putting a photo in on top of some, you know, the pretty paper, but you want them to use these. So I'm just going to, yeah, add some of these. I don't know, do I want them offset? No, I think I'm going to do them straight this time. And it just gives them an idea. Of what they can do in here. I think I'm going to do where's my end? I've already lost my end. Okay. So you can leave it so they can journal on here and things like that as well. But I think I'm just going to add a little bit more, if I could find them. Got a couple of I don't like those. Though I do like this one. Cut this one up and use it on here. But you could embellish this however you want, or you could totally leave it plain for, you know, for total journaling. It just is up to you. I like to do a little bit of both. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to have to I think I'm going to cut that down again, even a little smaller for that spot. Hook that up. Oh, that's much better. Stick that in there. All right. I'm not going to embellish the whole thing with you. I'm just going to give you, you know, a couple of ideas here, just to give you a jump start. And I'm just going to add a piece of ribbon, and I'm just going to glue this in place. Just add a bead of glue. Push that down. Perfect. Put that one in there, just to give you an idea of what you could do. Momentary stop there. I was trying to think of something, but I lost it. Thought I was going to do something else there, but doesn't matter. So there you can see you've got your, you know, you've got your front part, your page here. Add what you want in here. I think I am going to add a little bit of a flip page here. Just ink up all the sides here. I think I need a new sponge. It's kind of shedding. All right, I'm just going to put some washi tape on here. I know I'm using that dreaded washi tape. I don't like using it, but all of a sudden I kind of found my groove with it, I guess. Okay, so I got some on the top so that you could flip it up for a journal spot, and then I'm going to put some on the back side just to keep it in place. Ooh. There, so you've got to tuck up, tuck down. I'm going to add this one on here. And what else have I got? Let's see what else I've got in my collection here. Oh, that would be nice. A couple of these. Just going to cut those out. I don't think I have a circle punch big enough to cut it for me. And I don't feel like really getting out my cut and scan right now to do this. So I'll just do it myself. There. Ooh, I am the worst circle cutter ever. I don't know, these ladies I see who can do all the fussy cutting around for all these beautiful flowers, and I'm like, I can barely cut a circle, let alone do that. All right, so I'm just gonna add these on here, and I think for these ones I'm just going to do a little bit of gluing. Glue on this side. Which way does that go? I think like that. Awesome. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'll do those other pages later, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to put a pocket in the back here. And basically I'm just kind of going to gauge it because I want to put some tags in. I'm probably going to just do it to about there. So I'm just going to cut this off. And then I'm going to use, I want to make a little cutout. So I'm just using my scallop punch. And I'm basically, I always do it upside down so I can see where I'm going. I'm just going to line it up there so that I have a little cutout. So it makes it easier to get things in and out of the pocket here. And because it's such a small pocket, I don't want to put any glue or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and I'm going to stitch around the 3 sides of this, put it in place, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've stitched around my pocket, and now I just got few tags. Just gonna cut them and slip them in here. I'll probably stitch around and embellish some more, but just so you get an idea, you know, got a little tag pocket here, just to give you an idea. So, and that's it. You could, I'm going to embellish the rest of it, but I don't feel you really need to see me do all that. But it just gives you an idea. You can embellish the back, put a pocket on the back if you want, but in my case here, it's going to go in this album that I'm working on. It's going to slide in this pocket right here. Look how nice that fits in there. Just a little added detail for this. It's as simple as that. But you could use it as a standalone, like I said, however you want to use it. I just thought I'd show you how to make that. So as always, I'd like to thank everybody for watching my videos. Please don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button. And don't forget to check out the new series I'm working on, which this is part of. It's called Back to Basics. I'm just going back to where I started in the first place and just showing you tips and tricks all along the way. Hopefully you guys have a great day. If you're going to create any of these envelopes, please don't forget to join my Facebook group, A Heart's Desire by Venus, and show me what you're creating. I'd love to see it. Have a great day.